Real quick question. Anthony Davis has been playing like we want Anthony Davis to play. It was a really tight game against Indiana. They won with a buzzer beater 3. But how long do you think Anthony Davis can sustain this with his injury history? And how long will how soon will he be in street clothes? Because he's been balling out just like Shaq, just like Elgin Baylor. I had a stat last week where it was, all time. Just kind of wanted to get your take on his play so far.
Well, he's been great. He had 25 and 13. Russell Westbrook Jr. III had 24. Austin Reeves had 13 points. LeBron didn't shoot well, had 21, 7, and 3. And they blew a big fourth quarter lead. They blew a 17-point lead to the Pacers. I don't know why people are surprised that the Lakers aren't good. They're not good. I mean, can they be competitive? Sure. Can they have signs of life? They won 5 of their last 6, but then you melt down against the Pacers. And for people to say, oh, it's time to trade LeBron James, social media, you can't trade him until next August. So that's it. So when somebody has an article like that, they're just trolling you because it's the Lakers. A team that nobody is talking about because they don't have star power is the Boston Celtics. They're 17-4. They're the best shooting team in the NBA. They lost their coach, who was coach of the year, and whatever happened in the front office there, which we still don't know, and then he was going to get the Nets job and then didn't get the Nets job. The Celtics quietly have been great, but they have no pulse nationally. It's like, what can you talk about with the NBA? Well, you always can talk about the Lakers because it's LeBron. And I understand that, but still, there are other stories out there that people aren't even covering. John Morant's going to get some attention. Zion has played pretty well. Luka, the Greek Freak. But it doesn't feel like any of those names, teams resonate nationally. It still comes back to this is a league that has been hinging on publicity through the Lakers. But the Lakers will be on national TV, and for no reason other than they're the Lakers. Yeah, Paul?
The Celtics are interesting because, you never think of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as great three-point shooters. They're good. They both shoot 35%. But then their bench guys, like Al Horford's shooting 50% from three. Malcolm Brogdon, 47%. Derek White, 45%. And they were in the finals last year. They seem to be improving. But the Ime Udoka story is nuts of how there's nothing new on it. He lost 2 jobs in 2 months, and where's the rest of the baggage?
When people say, well, what do you do with this roster with the Lakers? LeBron signed that 2-year, $97 million contract extension. And what are you going to do? Trade Anthony Davis? I would have. I would have done that a long time ago if I could have. But he's playing well. Maybe now's the time you trade him because he's playing well. And he's healthy for the most part. But would I bank on Anthony Davis, giving me 75 games this year, 70 games this year, 65 games this year? Probably not. Just feels like that's Anthony Davis being Anthony Davis. Yeah, Marv.
Is there a team in the NBA that we should all really be paying attention to right now?
Well, Boston. But no, you're just not going to.
Right.
I mean, Boston is 17-4. Yes, he.
When you said you would have traded Anthony Davis a long time ago if you could have, and I was like, yeah, that totally makes sense. But why does 2020 feel like it was 10 years ago? I know it's the bubble ring, but it's still a ring, and they still won. And that was not last season, the season before. Why does that feel like it was 10 years ago?
And I never would have brought in Russell Westbrook Jr. III.
No.
Said it, wasn't going to work, doesn't fit. And LeBron signed off on this. Anthony Davis did. And it's not all on Russ. He's played well in spurts. But I said, bring him off the bench. But Russell Westbrook didn't bring himself to L.A. L.A. brought him there. It's like the Jets. Zach Wilson didn't draft himself. The Jets did. You got to blame the Jets, too, for drafting somebody who may not be a starting quarterback. And that's out there. That's just lingering with Mike White. I would have Mike White play until further notice. But then, Robert Saleh said, hey, when Zach's ready to roll, he's going to be in there. Well, what was wrong with him last week? Was he hurt? Was his feelings hurt?
DNP feelings?
Can you be on the IR feelings? Like I was wondering that, he said when he's ready to roll. What does that mean?
His feelings are 80%. We're hoping they'll be 100%.
Coach, how are Zach's feelings? I think he's going to be okay. Yeah, Marv. His feelings are day to day. Yes, Marv.
I hope Zach is all right. But to go back.
Thoughts and prayers.
Right.
T's and B's.
Yeah. The question when I asked you that question about who else should we be paying attention to, I really wanted you to bring up the Cavaliers and the Kings. Light the beam.
Yeah, but we've already talked about the Sacramento Kings.
We need two more.
I was on the Cavs before anybody was. That was 2 years ago. I said, man, nobody's going to watch this team. And they have a nucleus there that is going to be a good team, playoff team. And I think Sacramento, this might be Sacramento's year to make the playoffs.
They're the 7th seed. Sorry.
Yeah, Sacktown just lost 3 straight to calm everything
That's
down.
okay. That's all right.
They said we're too hot too quick.
Yeah.
Let's stop lighting all these beams.
I mean, I would love for that to happen. It doesn't mean they're going to get any attention. It's still going to be about the Lakers. No matter what, it's about the Lakers. But they move the needle. Yes, Seton.
There's another segment where we're getting roughed up by the Denver media, but I just heard again, Nuggets have the second best record in the West, game behind Phoenix. How about a little respect?
We've been down that road before. We know how this ends.
Jamal Murray had 31 last night.
I know, great. They have no pulse.
There's certain regular season teams that play well.
Yes, they okay, great. Denver's doing great. Now what? Are you going to tune in to watch them? Probably not. How many teams would you say, I'm going to tune in to watch? And it may come down to players. You tune in to watch Ja. You tune in to watch Zion. You tune in to watch Luka. Are you tuning in to watch Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown? As great as they are, but they have no pulse. There's nothing interesting about them, that they're just good basketball players. And that used to be enough for everybody. I would watch. I didn't know what John Havlicek's personality was. I couldn't care less. I just wanted to know, could you play? Were you any good? And now you have to have a reason. Like, social media will tell you, you need to watch this guy because Dame Lillard. I would tune in to watch Dame Lillard. Yeah, Paul.
Since the Nuggets person brought it up, the Nuggets are getting further away from the finals. A couple years ago, they were in the Western Conference Finals, then the Western Conference semis. Last year, they got bounced round 1. It's a team, everyone, believe me, a lot of people bought into them the past 3 years because of their regular season. Then they've just cooled off a little bit.
Yeah. But you got the Joker, and he's been recognized. A couple MVPs. So it's not like, people who cover the sport aren't recognizing greatness there. But watching the 76ers, I'm not interested in James Harden. Joel Embiid is a talented player. I love Tyrese Maxey, but he's hurt. You start to look at some of these rosters and you go, do I care about the Knicks? No. I care about Durant. I'll watch Durant and I'll watch Kyrie. But I don't go out of my way to watch the Nets. Although Kevin Durant had a monster night again last night. He's unstoppable. He truly is the most unstoppable player in the game. Because he can tell you what he's going to do and then do it. Yeah, Marv.
He was asked last night, when did you feel like you were going to, get hot? He was like, when I woke up.
I love that.
Waking up dangerous.
Yeah. Who did I ask? Oh, Larry Bird. When did you get the green light? He goes, 6th grade. Where he was allowed to shoot whenever he wanted to. Yeah, Paulie.
Yeah, Durant was 19 of 24. And when everyone knows you're getting the ball, too. 45 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists.
Yeah.